But talking about posting and social media, we were teasing one of my homies because he recently posted the shorty that he's with on his private.
Wait.
Did he post an arm and a leg?
No.
On a toe?
No.
And some hair?
Wait.
The mics are blood clot open. Check.
Select accent for the podcast.
Calvin always late.
It's the mics are open episode. I don't even know.
Right, even
133.
133. Back in the building. My name's G Money.
And the young.
Neville.
Yeah,
today we are in the house.
Yes.
Okay, I wish I'd say full house.
Literally.
Yeah.
Full house.
I need to combat some rumors from very early out.
Let's go.
All right. There is no rift between me and Calvin.
They're saying both of you can't be on the podcast at one time.
Have you noticed how G Money and Calvin are not on the podcast at the same time?
I've also noticed, guys.
Right?
Yes.
So I want to confirm there's no rift.
Are you sure?
No, I sacked the nigga.
Calvin.
Let's go to Patreon. Let's take this to Patreon, bro.
Calvin was advocating for Ole out and now it's Calvin out. Hashtag Calvin out.
Nah, man's busy, man busy. What one?
Tummy tucks.
Oh,
You're not dismissing
also
those.
saying that you had gone for, your checkup after the tummy tuck. So.
Yeah.
Is that what you guys said?
Yeah, that too.
But
the fact that you didn't dismiss that, I mean.
But you guys, no, but I couldn't dismiss it because I didn't listen to you. I didn't listen.
You didn't hear it didn't happen.
If I didn't hear it, it didn't happen.
How's your vacay though?
Yeah,
Vacation, we'll talk a bit more about this because I want to bring it up on the podcast.
Okay.
But for me, it was actually a very personal learning experience.
Nice.
And I discovered that I'm full of shit.
Why would you say that? This was your first time traveling, especially during this COVID
But we'll
time.
get into that. Mm-hmm. I learned a life lesson on the trip, and I want to share it with the beloved audience.
Break it down.
Not yet, though.
Right.
Man.
We have 3 cliffhangers. Like we're not even 1 minute in.
Yeah,
3
cliffhangers,
bro.
But here's one we can start with, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Fam, I think I personally, how do you say fart in Swahili?
Kunyamba.
Kushuta.
Kunyamba,
Kushuta.
kushuta.
Kushuta, yeah.
I like kushuta because it sounds about right. Fam,
Kuachilia mahewa.
bruh, let me tell you, I am embarrassed at how deadly my farts can be.
Men will always embarrass you.
No. You see, at one point in your life, have you ever farted and thought to yourself, wait a minute, me?
Who do I think I am?
Why do you have your glasses on?
Oh, damn, I don't have my...
Take your glasses off.
Yo!
I don't have
Take
my...
your glasses off. Take your glasses off. Anyway, so...
Yo, what fit that, by the way?
So-
I don't. Yo.
Wow.
But I addressed it.
No,
Right.
You'd have fought for us to have shades on.
We don't wear shades. We do not put barriers in between ourselves and the
Look
audience.
each other in the eyes.
So anyway, on the way back, so I was in Atlanta and I passed through Dallas. On the way back, it's a long flight, as you know, and because of the restrictions of COVID in Europe, I couldn't go through Europe, so I had to go the long way around via the Middle East. So I went from Nairobi to Doha. That's a 5-hour flight.
Okay.
Then from Doha to Boston, that's another 13-hour flight.
Damn.
And then I had like a 6-hour layover in Boston, and then I had to go from Boston. It was long. Already long, but you know what? I had to go. You know, it's horrible.
Yeah.
On the way back now, I'm adding the maths, and I'm like, wow, I've got this trip down to like 1 day, like literally just under a day. So I'm good, I'm great. So I leave Atlanta. First leg of the flight is to New York. Pow! Haven't been to New York for a while. I get 4 hours, walk around the airport, maybe go outside, maybe not. Fam. So first flight, 2 hours. 4-hour layover in New York City. New York. Of course. Good for the gram. Nice bit to the airport. You know what I'm trying to say? So, now what happens after that? The flight being going from New York to Doha departs an hour late.
Wow.
Which means I missed my connection in Doha to come back to Nairobi.
Oh.
Which means I have to wait in the airport an additional 7 hours.
Wow.
So let's add up some mathematics right here.
Damn, quick math.
Because the math's very important here, right? 2 hours from Atlanta to all right, let's add 2 more hours because the check-in process.
Okay.
So that's 2 hours plus 2 hours is how much?
4.
4 hours. Then a 4-hour wait is how much? 8. Right? Then a 13-hour flight is how much?
21.
21. Then a
almost a day.
7 hour.
21.
See, I'm going somewhere with this.
Almost a
Then a
day.
7 hour wait is how much? That's like
28.
28 hours.
28, yeah.
And then a 5 hour flight is how much?
Oh, 33.
33 hours. 33 hours with yours truly not emptying his bowels.
Oh, wow.
A nasty one.
Bro, let me tell you.
33 hours?
Let me tell you. So on the
How do you survive?
on the final leg of the flight, I'm holding myself together because home is where you trust a toilet seat, and ain't no way man's going to shit on the toilet in a plane.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? I just got think you're gonna be sucked down into the hole and kicked out. So anyway, so the final flight, it's not a busy flight. It's just me and this elderly Kenyan lady in the aisle. I'm sitting to the left, seat 21D.
Okay.
She's sitting to the right. I think it's 21DEF. Yeah. Fam, about 4 hours in, my stomach starts to. I'm like, yeah, you know what?
WWE.
There's no way. There's no way I'm going to use these bathrooms on this plane in these COVID times.
There was another DJ in your stomach.
Bro, I just accidentally heard.
Accidentally?
Yo, I farted.
Kama ile kunyamba kwa punda.
Allah.
Bro, the reason I'm bringing it to the podcast is I want you man them to respect yourself more. I farted after like 28 hours, yeah?
Wow.
Bro, that gas that came out of me, bro, with the bad plane food, the airport layover, bruh. But now this is where you need to go and watch the podcast. If you're listening, this is where you need to go back and watch the podcast. Bro, that lady sat down like this, and I'm sorry I can't describe my face for everyone who's listening on the audio, but she makes up her face like this.
Oh,
Like
you
she
smelt it.
She pulls her face back. You know when that old lady pulls her face in, like,
Eyebrows up, eyes
Bro.
closed.
She can taste it.
She had like some small like booklet in her hand.
Yeah.
She starts to fan, bro. Like she's like,
Spread it.
and her face is made up, bro. And I sat there. What do you think I did?
The fact that you
Farted
were
more.
looking at her.
You know what I did?
Yeah.
Bro, I looked at her like, wow, that's disgusting.
You blamed someone else.
whoever did that. I looked at her, she's getting that. She looked at me, she's like, and I'm like,
You joined in.
I did the same thing, bro.
That's so African.
Bro.
Like it can't be me, this bad one.
Bam,
Yeah,
let me
who
tell
that?
you. You see, after that, I know to start the podcast talking about farts.
Yeah.
After that, I walked to the toilet on the plane, and I just farted a real fart
Oh, man.
in the toilet.
Gee, you had
I
already
came back to
removed
my
the
seat.
real one? You had already farted the real one? This was the second one.
But that's the first cliffhanger. True story, man. Let me tell you. I'm saying this publicly. I was embarrassed.
Men will embarrass you, bro.
Yeah.
Wow.
In public,
Yeah.
especially.
So that's one cliffhanger done. How you guys doing though?
Wow.
I can't even imagine.
How
the
do we
lady
move from
must-
that to how we're doing, bro? How? Tell us.
I don't even want you guys to imagine anything else.
Nah, we can't, man.
I fear farting in public, bro. And the other thing is cause I'm a guy for sense. I love sense. I'm sure when you wear
me too,
something,
me too.
Yeah.
if you fart, it's gonna blend in, and someone could tell.
He's right.
Someone could tell that
Bro.
your Neville. I can tell that was
That
that's,
one
that's
was
your
yours.
scent,
Fam, let
bro.
me tell you,
Disgusting.
that fart blended in with my oud. So you see, like,
She knew it was
It was
you,
the
bro.
G-Ud.
but man,
Like, I knew this.
but you know what? One thing I have discovered that with all of our problems that we have in the 254, Kenya is still a magical place because I can't quite work out that whenever I travel, by the end of like a week, I just can't wait to get home. I'm just like, ugh. Let me just get back. Like I'm done. Like it's weird.
Let me ask you something. When you take your leave, do you find it hard to adjust into your leave like immediately because you're so used to doing things, especially you? You're always busy up and down after the show. It's a meeting. You have to do this and that, meet Nani, record this and that. So you're so used to doing things to a point where when you don't have anything to do like officially, you're like, damn.
Great question. Fam, let me tell you. Shout going out to our employers. Radio Africa.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to agree.
Nevi's like,
Okay.
aye, cool.
You have to agree. But bruh, I'm beginning to understand that they care more about our quality of life than we do.
Break it down.
Let me break it down. You do realize, or you probably don't realize, there's no way that we can have our emails put into our phones. It's like how you can put your email directly into the phone so it comes straight. You have to log in.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to log in on a computer or on your phone to access work email.
Yes.
Yes.
Did log in once.
And you're still alive.
Didn't log in once. Did not log in once.
And you didn't need the automatic response.
I didn't.
You know that you're out of office.
Let them send emails, not even once. And I realized that, you know what, separation of work.
Yeah.
Because, you know, back in the day, I'd still be on vacation,
Yeah.
Yeah.
handling stuff at work. And
Yeah.
I spoke to nobody.
It was a good
should
feeling,
be.
right?
Yeah, it was a good feeling, man.
As should be, bro.
I think it's important, and I think
Yeah.
that, like, even as you watch and you listen, I think it's really important that we. I don't want to say normalize because it's such a, but it's
Yeah.
the right word.
For lack
That
of
we
better word.
normalize taking breaks. You know.
Yeah.
True.
Because if you think about it, December's on the way, and guys are gonna take breaks, but guys are gonna take breaks to turn up.
Breaks.
Breaks.
Wait, you know what I'm trying to say?
Quote unquote.
Yeah,
Breaks.
man.
Never has your week been?
Damn, my week has been, you know, when G was talking about farting in a plane, I was just thinking about the way I always try not to fart in an exam room. Because, you know, it's so quiet. Everybody's there concentrating. You can only hear the pen scribbling on the paper, blah, 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 pin drop silence. So if you're there and if you're seated in the middle of the room, can
Release
present
that-
a bit of a challenge.
You know that one that sings?
That one? It's like a trumpet.
Harmonics, bro.
It's crazy. So...
My fart was so bad,
Yeah.
it could have sat the exam for me.
passed with flying colors.
Invigilator gone.
Andy, how's your week been?
My week has been okay. The most interesting thing has to be KRA, bro. Has to be what's going on with KRA. So
Talk
KRA,
to me about that.
KRA put it out there that they're going to start monitoring how people are living their lives via social media. It's public. It's in the public domain. In their defense, it's in the public domain. If it can be accessed by anyone, KRA could also set up, you know, an Instagram account.
KRA, we lie on social media. KRA, come on now, we are lying. Those,
but you know what? Do you know what? But
we are lying.
Do you know what killed me though? Do you know what killed me? And I know I'm going to be crucified for this, but I'm going to say it. All these people, who buy their 99 bundles of 1G from Safaricom, plug, which is a great deal, by the way.
Safaricom.
They're on Twitter acting like KRA is looking for them.
KRA, you're not even in their radar.
Oh, I saw your
Imagine
tweet.
KRA,
Like,
they're
nothing to worry
you're
about.
earning a little, move
come
out
on,
of the way.
let us vent. Let us feel like KRA can
There are
come
some
for us,
of you,
bro.
KRA doesn't
It's
even
called
care.
FOMO. I don't want to miss out on
I
this.
KRA pin.
Wait, listen.
Don't even have a pin.
There are some of you people who are listening to this today,
man.
who are watching this, who KRA are trying to get rid of.
Uko kwenye black book.
Because all you are is just admin problems.
Yeah.
They're like, they look at this, they're like, they see Andy, they're like,
Neil returns.
Neil returns again.
He's in the club every week.
It even gets better. So
KRA, stop it.
KRA has a reward scheme for informants that successfully report a case of tax fraud or tax evasion cases. The reward includes whichever is less of 5% of the taxes or duties so recovered, or 2 million bob per case.
So let's do mathematics.
Let
on
the
that.
games begin.
5%. Let's say 5%. If 5% equals 2 million, right? 10% would equal what? I'm trying to work out how much money the person has had to defraud. It's like 50 million, isn't it? So let's say that if they get 50 M back.
Okay.
No, that's not right, man.
It's 100.
No. Yeah. No,
100.
whatever. Anyway.
Yeah.
Basically, it just means that the guys whose net for the net is bigger.
Yeah.
And someone in the comments right now is saying G knows nothing about maths. I know. And it's well documented. Hafari is in the village. You know what I'm trying to do, right?
Yo.
I'm trying to work out.
Michael
Like,
Dapper,
the
quick math
mathematics.
is not working.
It's not mathing.
It's not working.
so I'm trying to work out, like, if 2% is 5%, right?
If 5%
That
is
means
20,
that it's
it's 2 million.
It's 2 million.
Then 10 would probably be 100. Right?
Clearly, our math is
Wait,
It's
not...
100, yeah.
By the way,
We have a calculator here.
By the way, KRA.
KRA.
Huh? KRA, we have a calculator here on this brand new iPhone 13. Fight me.
They're going to audit. Like, bro, how crazy would it be if Kerry had trap accounts set up on social media? Just imagine an account following you and it's selling hair or shoes or cosmetics and that. Kumbe it's Kerry just stalking you. That would be funny.
To be honest, when it comes to that, I just think of how the police in America, the hip hop police, have been investigating and actually catching guys doing crimes on social in America. Even artists are going as far as using Insta stories and what you've posted and the money, blah blah blah. So for me, I feel as if now is when KRA are catching up. Yes, I don't advocate for it because we lie on social. If there's something we all have done on social, is lie.
We know this is the thing. We've been talking about it in the office,
when we are not actually eating it.
First of all, this is nothing new. Like you said, they do this in America.
Yes,
they probably do this in the UK. They probably do it in many places in the first world.
They did it to Hush Puppy.
They did it to Hush Puppy. They definitely do it in Dubai.
Yes,
they probably do it in Russia as well. So it's nothing new. But my thing is this: end of the day, like, if you are out there and you're making all of this money and you're throwing it out there on the gram and KRA catches you, whose fault is that?
You snitched yourself.
Like, for example, I can categorically state that if KRA were to audit, the mics are open and all of these other things that we do, they'd find that all of the money that they're supposed to get, they have gotten. You get me?
Yeah.
So if me and Grouchy want to show our new sneakers,
it's fine.
You know, KRA asking about those new sneakers, Grouchy.
Yeah, no, we need to talk.
If the lockdown doesn't happen, KRA may do the thing to Grouchy. Yo, lockdown sessions.
Oh yeah, lockdown sessions. By the way,
Grouchy, this week what going?
It's Andy.
Oh,
me and
walai.
Grouchy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you too. Yeah,
Third
Grouchy,
appearance.
yeah.
Dope. Dope. I'm looking forward to that. So lockdown sessions, don't forget. That happens tonight, 10 p.m.
And also, like, if you are out there and you're making all of this illicit money, and you're doing all of this stuff, man, like, end of the day, there are people out there with real money. Look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z doesn't even have an IG account anymore.
Let's
deleted it real quick.
Let's put up into that, because the last time we were talking about Jay-Z being on social media, and I was even talking to Nev about it, I felt like maybe there's a slight chance that Jay-Z could be out here on social media, like he's in his influencer bag, something of the sort.
I saw a post
immediately after the movie dropped that he's produced and all that.
The harder they fall.
The harder they fall. Deactivated the account.
He did a Twitter Spaces as well.
Yes.
Talking about the movie.
Like he's in and out. You know,
the surprising thing that came out after Jay-Z joined Instagram was the fact that this wasn't the first time he was actually joining Instagram. They showed a post he had done, as you know, Jay-Z loves Michael Jackson, and when it was Michael Jackson's birthday like 10 years ago, he uploaded a photo of them together, and then immediately after he done it, he deactivated it. So for me, Jay-Z, this is his thing. When he needs to make a formal communication, same thing to Twitter, he's tweeted out a lot of things, and then at the end there he adds, P.S. I'll forget my password today.
For me, I think the learning is very clear. If you're making illegal money, or if you're making money if your lifestyle doesn't match what you're declaring, right? You have no business on social media flaunting.
But G, what is the purpose of making illicit money and not flaunting it? Why am I not showing it? If I'm in the club, if I'm making that illicit money, as you're saying, and I'm in the club, and I want to show G-Money, Grouchy, Austin,
and the ladies,
that I'm having a good time, how am I supposed to do that now?
But here's the thing now.
It's
called balance. Because guess what? If I was making illicit money and I would show you, you'd see my office. You'd see my office.
Penthouse things.
No, you'd see my office. I'd have a computer and a desk, and you'd open up this thing, and I'd have, what do they call? Excel? I'd open up this thing called Excel. And I'd have it on there. I'd ask Venet to put some numbers on it.
Worksheets and everything.
Set it up.
I would even wear my glasses. Where's my glasses?
Oh, wow.
I would put on my glasses, my proper glasses, and I'd be like, you know, nobody ever shows you how diligent and how hard it is to actually achieve the life you want. I'd be fucking like Shakespeare with the pen. Yeah?
Business legit.
No, those ones. Bro, I mean, I'd be shooting on a Sony A7 IV. And all these things.
3 cameras.
But I would make the work look so as much as important as a turn up.
Okay.
I personally follow somebody and I'm not gonna lie to you. I personally follow someone on Instagram in Kenya who, whenever I look at their account, I just scratch my head. Like, I'm not even gonna show you guys. I'm not gonna show you guys out there.
Yeah.
But
Why?
I because fam, there's all of this. It's not grouchy. It's,
As Grouchy whispers
Yeah.
Grouchy in the background.
no,
It's a man like Grouchy.
But there's all of this flossing, right? There's all of this flossing. There's European trips, there's Dubai trips, there's name brands, there's this, there's expensive wine, and it's cool.
Yeah.
But there's nothing that says, hey, I go to work to get this. Bro, if I was KRA, that would be the first nigga that I look at. 100%.
Breadcrumbs.
So the point I'm trying to make is like, it's like, let's use Hush Puppy. Is his name Hush Puppy? Or Shush Puppy?
Hush.
Shush Puppy.
Hush.
He should have shushed. Hush Puppy should have shushed.
Shushed his
Right?
Instagram.
Fam, you look at the logic how social media has got us twisted. You know that behind your name, you have one of the most complex financial frauding schemes going on. Like, as in, you know this.
You know
As
you're
in,
not doing
because at the
good
end of the day,
business.
You know what? It's like, for example, when a club owner calls Grouchy and Grouchy says he's booked, Grouchy knows he's not booked.
He wants
he
to run
is
up the
booked.
price.
But he just doesn't want to play for the guy.
Yeah.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
but the point I'm trying to make is that you know, and the example I'm using is granted is a joke. You know is that
Is it?
you know how. Listen, Grouchy and
Allegedly.
I turned down guys.
Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly, G.
So, but the point I'm making is this: you know what you're doing for business, right?
Yeah.
You know what? You, like I know, I'm robbing people for business. How do you then
Post
a Bentley and a helicopter on your IG page? Like, fam, can you imagine if you're someone who's been robbed by or been frauded by this guy? If you're somebody who's been defrauded by this guy, and you know Jamaica's famous for scammers, right? If you're one that has been defrauded by this guy, and then when you do he can't hide.
Bro, that's okay. You're asking why, right? The reason as to why they're trying to get to this money or to these cars or to this whatever they're stealing is that satisfaction. Because when you talk about why people buy things or why people do things, people pay money for experiences, people pay money for feelings. So this guy is going to use a shortcut to get to that feeling, like, hey, I want to feel important. Because when I'm on social media and I see someone on a chopper, I see someone taking trips left, right and center to Dubai, I don't know, Paris and all that, I want that.
And I want to show guys
And
too.
yes, I want to do exactly what this guy is doing, and I don't care what he's doing to get there.
I get that. I get
So
that. I get
sadly, set themselves up.
I get that. So
Yeah.
sadly set yourself up, which
Yeah.
is exactly the
What we're
crux
saying.
of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's like KRA's job is to collect taxes. That's what's on the tin. Their job is to collect taxes.
Job description.
And if you say to me that you have this opulent lifestyle, this visibly opulent lifestyle, and I don't know where you get the money from, I'm going to find out, because my job is to collect taxes so that my employees can steal it. I didn't say that. It's
Allegedly,
a joke. That's a joke. By
Comedy
the way, Kerry.
comedy style.
But like I'm saying, that's what their job is. Because at the end of the day, it's like, you got to look at this thing from the perspective of Kenya as a country, right? We know we have all of this debt, right? We have all of this debt.
Yes.
You know. Now I don't know about you, but if you owe somebody money, how many times you say to them, "Listen, when I get my salo,
I'll break you off.
I'll break you off," isn't it?
Yep.
We are the salo.
We are the
KRA.
ones breaking them off.
So these debts that need to be paid are paid by us,
By
whether we
us.
like it or not.
There's no one else to do it.
So you know what? So as a business person, and you have to look at the examples of Amazon, Elon Musk, all of them guys. What do rich people do? They try to find ways to pay as least tax as possible, legally. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Legally. So my advice to anybody would be, if you are out there and your lifestyle does not match your income, or as we say, you live in a champagne lifestyle on a Coca-Cola income, right? It doesn't match rather, and you put it out there, then it's on you.
Yeah, whatever comes your way,
Yeah.
you had it coming.
on you.
I think I'll start another Instagram account because now
They'll find it
it's
still.
ability to chase a key. I know they'll still someone will report it or
But,
something.
Wait, you only have one?
Okay, right now I have the other one, but it's for other business.
How many accounts do you have?
How many do you have?
4.
4?
Yeah.
You have the time?
Excluding the mics are open and the good company and the
No. If you include those, maybe 5 or 6.
Really?
Yeah, I have no. Actually, burner.
Why?
See, fam,
Uh-huh.
you have to have that one account
Okay.
where you can watch stories and nobody knows you've watched them.
all right, but now you have 5.
Why? Why? Why you
Yeah,
try-
I'm with G with this, but you need
Why?
to. And
Fam, let
you
me
want to
tell
watch another DJ story and you're not good with that DJ. You do another thing.
No.
Oh, I watch his story. I watch a DJ story.
Now, I'm just saying a DJ or someone. I'm using DJ as an example.
Because you're only lying to yourself.
Okay, let's say your ex.
Yeah.
Then.
Did you wanted to view the story, right?
No, but like so for example, I'll be honest with you. Like after these blog things, I don't mind them know I'm watching their stories.
Exactly.
Go for the burner account
Why not?
because just like that.
See? So you're only fooling yourself.
Nah, we're
Because
fooling them too.
You viewed
It's
the
not
story,
me.
right?
Yeah,
Then
It's not me.
it's not me.
It's not me. So Andy, you
Anyway,
only have
anyway.
one Andy Young account.
yeah, just one.
There's no business account that you're looking at things
Like
out
my
here.
women, I don't multitask.
Oh Jesus.
Just
Interesting.
one.
Oh my
That will say a
goodness.
lot about the fellas on set today. But talking about posting and social media, we were teasing one of my homies because he recently posted the shorty that he's with on his private.
Did he post an arm and a leg,
No,
on a toe,
no.
and some hair,
Wait,
an eyelash?
Wait.
No sub.
I noticed that.
You have one friend.
I don't. We have.
We have the similar
We have
friend.
the same friend. Let me talk about. Do you know what's crazy? Our minds work alike. Because I was actually gonna say
Great
that.
minds.
yeah,
Great minds.
Sorry.
Beep.
Sorry.
Like, share, and subscribe.
How many likes this week?
You can always
That was the shortest conversation ever.
you can always find us on YouTube, the Good Company page. Don't even worry about it. Like, share, and subscribe
Jill
so
needs
that
to go
you
back to
see
Atlanta.
all this content that we always do. And also look at this beautiful bottle.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
like
Okay.
open bottle.
We're gonna bleep.
Buy one.
We're gonna bleep his name out. So we're gonna bleep his name out, right?
Continuing on, one of our
So let's
friends.
go.
Just know I tried my best.
All right. So
I
one
really did
of
try
our
my
friends,
best. I set it up.
one of our friends posted his girlfriend on his private, right?
Close friends.
And it was so obvious. It was, oh my God. It was so obvious. Like, to be honest, what he should have done is taken us off of his private friends.
This is why Mandem can do nothing.
Listen, if you never post your girl,
Yeah.
and then I don't know if it's pressure
Oh,
or you have to
man.
post her, right? And you want to post her to feel good, right? It's fine.
Yeah.
Because she's probably not even clocking that she's on the private ring anyway,
Yeah.
right? But what you do is you go in and you take out Mandem off of your private stories. You don't leave us there. Because obviously,
Gee, he wanted to communicate something to you. No,
No.
he's never. No,
Why
no.
you- G,
This
why you
was the first
projecting,
time.
G?
wait, let me ask
Why
a
are you
question.
projecting?
All right, so
Was this the first time you're
all
not
right,
seeing his
all right.
girl?
So let me ask a question.
For me, on social media, yes,
Yes.
but I heard that he'd done it before. Like, it's something he does
All right,
occasionally.
so let me ask you a question, right?
Ask.
Right. Why do you think he posted his girl on Instagram stories?
That's a very good question.
That's the first thing. Is that it's a
Very
why?
good question.
And the second question, I'd say, if you felt the need to post your chick on, and I'm a great believer that the best relationships are private, right?
Okay.
But if you felt the need to post her, why didn't you post her on the
Timeline.
on the timeline?
A very good question. Now,
Can I answer that?
please,
Let me answer that.
Gee, you cannot be the
you can
teacher
start
and the
us off.
student.
Bro. I'm here for this, bro. I'm here for this, bro.
Close friends under seeing.
First of all,
Okay.
delete. Make sure that when you're editing this, you delete his name.
Yeah. From the audio and the video.
Oh shit! Yeah, we
Yeah.
always forget.
You always forget.
We always forget the audio, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't want to be the teacher and the lecturer at the same
Yeah.
time. But obviously, it's damage limitation.
So you
So-
think the person posted up their significant other cause they were trying to make sure things at home are comfortable?
Fam, things are. Do you know how good she felt?
Exactly.
How good the food was that day.
Now, I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask if you're in a serious relationship,
Yes.
right? Like you're serious about this person and could be also thinking of walking down the aisle.
Yeah.
Are you posting
No.
them?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Gee, there's
Even
usually
let
that
me
one
finish the
photo.
question.
There's usually,
No.
by mistake, you take a cute photo.
By the way, she can post if she
Okay.
wants to.
Okay.
If
But
she
you're
wants
not posting.
But I'm not posting.
Why?
And the reason I'm not posting is this: is that I believe that in this whole life and Instagram and all of this social media, right? What you have to understand that everybody who's out there doesn't like you or doesn't care about you.
True.
Who doesn't. And the thing about it is, it's like this is your house. Like, this is your house,
Yes,
right?
yes.
In your house, yeah. Do you leave your front door open?
Never.
You don't. And why don't you leave your front door open? Either you're gonna be robbed, or somebody can come in and kill you when you're sleeping,
Yeah.
or whatever. Or a monkey can come if you live in if you live in Langasa,
A monkey or a lion. A lion
walk
can
in.
walk in your house, yeah.
and I find it amazing how we open our lives to people who we don't know, and then feel pressure
Yeah.
from people that we don't know. So let's put this to the logical conclusion, right?
Okay.
Let's say, if I use you as an example, right?
Okay.
You post out that picture, and you and with your chick, whatever, out there, right?
Goals.
Fam. First of all, there's that chick whose heart you broke at USIU.
Damn.
In her peer group, it's like that chick is ugly. That chick stole you. The energy, the negativity that comes through.
Yeah.
Furthermore, and
So
I'm
much.
gonna be and I'm sorry to you do this.
Yeah.
There's someone who's gonna be saying, "Oh, this is the guy who said this."
Yeah.
Or was there when that
When
happened.
this happened, yeah.
Why would you invite that energy into a relationship that you consider to be sacred?
The energy was already there. Someone thought about it,
Right.
bro. So, why would you worry about what other people say
energy is
about
not-
the relationship?
Listen, the energy has already been there.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
The energy has already been there.
Yeah.
But you have never given that energy more energy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're
I
giving
hear.
that energy more
Yeah,
energy. And
yeah.
I believe in energy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
the thing is, you're giving that energy more energy. And the fact of the matter is, by opening yourself up like that, especially if you're like a public figure, by opening yourself up like that, it's like you're inviting the demons. And Nas, there's a line from a Nas song, and from as a kid or in my teens, I remember this line. He goes along the lines of, "Be careful of the demons you invite in your house, because once they're in, it's so
Getting them
hard
out.
to get them out." You get me? So
Okay.
so my thing is, I understand what you're saying in terms of, like, the energies, the bad energies out there, all that stuff. But I think it's a generational thing as well, because at the end of the day, it's like, I can tell you 20 years ago, you'd have to be guessing who your bridges
Who your-
like,
Yeah.
you just know, like, man be like, yo, I got to move tonight, like, so yeah, like, catch you man tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man just off radar.
Just go.
So with this new social media, I think it's quite fair enough to be off radar.
Okay, Nev, GG is about the energy.
Yo, I have to be with G on this. When it comes to social media, I'm not the best. I hate posting up. I hate giving guys information. I hate talking on my social media. And to me, just as Gia said, when you give out this energy, you're inviting guys to come through and have a say in whatever you are doing. Like, every time you put yourself out there, it's as if you're allowing guys to say good or bad, give you some sort of energy towards it. So if you don't allow that, I feel that as if it gives you even much more peace of mind.
I feel like you guys are just excuse me. You're running after something that's chasing you and that's in front of you at the same time, because you are running in the direction that it's chasing you. Hear me out. The energy was already there. As you're saying, you don't want to open up a quote-unquote portal for that energy to come into your space, interrupt your moods, your vibes, and just upset everything else because someone thinks this about your relationship, someone thinks this about your shorty, and all that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact that those people thought that.
Yeah, we
It
can't
doesn't- No, hear me out.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm listening.
Hear me out. So, me putting myself out there with my significant other has completely nothing to do with them. Also, I'd like to pose a question. Why are you negating the good energy?
Wait.
The people who are there for you. Like,
Okay.
hey, you know what? I'm happy to see you guys winning.
Okay.
Black love.
So
I'm here for
let me
this.
ask you a question.
So I feel like I have
All right.
enough energy within me.
All right, so I
to
get that.
withstand that.
I get
bad
that. So
energy, Laura, yeah.
here's the question I'm gonna ask, right? if you live in your house, you live in a house, right?
Yes. Yes.
You know that at some point it's gonna rain,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, would you just take the roof off of the house because it's going to rain anyway?
The answer is no.
I don't want to.
I'm just
it's,
asking.
It's the analogy. It's the analogy.
Obviously, I'm gonna choose an analogy that suits me. But the fact
Because I'd ask.
Or a door. Let's say,
Because-
we can even say a
because you
door.
ask, why would you take off the roof? Because the roof is a permanent fixture, right? It makes no sense. All right, let's use the door. 'cause
Yeah,
the
let's use a
a
door.
door is transient,
Okay,
right?
okay.
If you had a house
So
without a
if you have
door,
a house, right? You have a house, and you keep your house secure. You keep your house secure because the things that are inside your house are valuable.
Okay.
So by the same token, it's at the end of the day, there are guys out there who are gonna break into houses anyway.
Yes.
But I'm gonna do what I can do to protect what's inside my house.
Okay.
It's almost the same thing. It's like, yes, there are guys out there who are hating anyway, and I'm not negating my good energy. But guess what? If I know the guys are out there and they're gonna break in, they potentially can break into my house. I'm not opening the door to show you all of the beautiful shit I have in here.
Then that's you. That shows
Lem-
that maybe you're not secure enough. Hear me out.
No,
hear me out.
go on.
Hear me out. You're not secure enough to be that vulnerable to let people in, because allow me to use this analogy. You buy a car that you can take the roof off when you're driving. Are you gonna tell me that on a nice sunny evening, golden hour, you can drive through some clear road and you don't want to take the roof off because why?
Yes,
You're gonna
it-
expose
so,
the insides of the
but
car,
guess what?
the interior of the car.
If
and it's beautiful.
If
it
I
looks
lived
good.
in a place like Nanyuki with beautiful roads where I can see as far as I can see, I would pop that roof off in a moment. If I'm on Uhuru Highway, with social media, pretty
Your
much
phone will go now.
Your phone is gonna go
outside the window.
Yeah. So the point I'm trying to make, the point I'm trying to make is, and I think we're both right, because two things can be right at the same time, right?
True.
Yes.
It's like, end of the day, I personally don't feel the need to let the outside in, and I think what you're saying is that, am I afraid to let the? Why wouldn't I? And I would say that I don't need to let them in, because if I think about the things that are near and dear to me. Selfishly, I don't necessarily think that everybody should have a position or a place to. So to go back to our original conversation, I would say to our friend who posted his chile on the private ring, you should not feel pressured to do that, even to make her feel good or to you feel good. And if you're going to do it, just take us out, because we're as bad as your friends.
Yeah, there's
Yo,
someone
me
who
up on
said,
this, bro.
there's someone
Let's
who
graduate
said
to the main story.
There's someone who said in a joking way that guys don't post up their significant others because they're not good looking. So this makes me bring you. Let's talk about something in a relationship. If let me use Andy as an example. If Andy is dating someone, and Andy comes and introduces this particular someone to us, and we have a good time, blah blah blah. But then at the end, after we meet Andy, are we allowed as his friends to let him know that your chick might not be the hottest chick out here, or she might not be beautiful according to our eyes and according to how the community views? So as a friend, is it your place to tell your other friend who is dating someone whether their significant other looks good or bad?
Absolutely not. That's
Okay.
madness. Absolutely not.
That's your view.
That's my view.
That's how. No, I like. If you see her as ugly, that's you seeing her as ugly. That's
Right.
your view.
Fam, okay, let's be very, very real here. And let's be honest here. Fam, there are people who I know who are married to women who they met when we were in our younger days, right?
Okay.
Women who have, when I used to look at them and I'd be like, wow. I'm like, fam, from what you used to be up on to this?
Different.
But guess what? Those women have turned out to be amazing mothers, amazing partners, amazing homemakers, amazing nurturers, amazing rocks, amazing foundations, and all of these things. That person or your boy saw something in that person that you didn't get to see.
Yeah.
You didn't get to, it wasn't, and it was not for you to see anyway.
But guys, beauty is beauty. We know the definition
But
of beauty. Okay, not the Oxford definition, but we know, like, when we say Halle Berry or when we say Beyonce or when we say Rihanna, we refer to these women as beautiful women. Yes, when we refer to our
Do you realize
moms,
that Harry Berry is like 60?
yeah, she's still banging. Yeah.
But go on.
So we refer to these women as beautiful women. But then if your girlfriend is not looking beautiful, like, I feel as if it's my prerogative as a friend to at least hit you up, be like, Grouchy, yo, unatuangusha. Like, we can't go outside. Okay,
Yo.
maybe not that far, but
that's
I would be the one to tell you, yo, G, your girlfriend, yes,
Amechapa.
Kiatu, but I would, and I'd also,
that's
and as a
terrible.
friend, I would appreciate it.
Wait.
I would appreciate it, G, if you came to me and told me, Neville, ikitu ni kiatu.
Wait. Can I just say something? You see when we talk about energy? You see when we talk about energy?
Mimi nakwambia kama ni kiatu, man.
Wait, and this is your friend, right? This is your friend.
I'm a good
Can you
friend.
imagine the energy of the people who don't like you?
Bro.
Fam, you're out of order.
Mutachana. How am I out of order, G? I'm a good friend by at least letting you know if you're wearing a trouser that is ripped, I'll let you know, bro.
G.
That trouser is ripped.
You
so
know-
please get it fixed or get a new trouser. So just like the way I
Fam,
tell you, yo.
There's a reason why they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Okay.
What looks good to you does not necessarily look good to me.
Okay.
It's like, let me tell you, like, there are women out there who like guys who are gym guys. There are women out there who like chubby guys.
Okay.
There are guys out there who love skinny chicks. There are guys out there who love dark skin chicks, light skin chicks, everything in the whole spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
You can't decide for me what I find attractive or beautiful because you're looking through your own eyes. For example,
Gee, we are friends.
no, but let me give an
We know
example.
our standard,
Let
you
me give
know.
an example, right? Let me give an example, right? I might look at you with that light skin chick you're with and say that like she's busted.
Aye.
And that's simply because
Yeah.
I prefer dark skin chicks.
Okay, I
And
understand.
I also have friends, I'm not mentioning no names, but like Barry from M&E.
Ameuma. Bari finya like.
Yeah.
Do the comments down there,
Let me
Barry.
tell you, ladies, if your man is at Gemini at 8 o'clock in the morning,
There's a Gemini seated
Achia
next to
hapo,
you.
yeah, I'm a
G.
Gemini.
I'm talking about the club.
That's not Gemini.
Good one. I get you.
Okay.
No, I'm
Okay,
joking.
good one,
Shout
good
out to
one.
Barry.
Yeah, man.
Oh, don't forget, by the way, shout out to Frank and the full team.
Oh.
By the time you watch this, I don't want to date the
Tomorrow.
podcast, but by the time you watch this, at the Kunle goal. Oh,
Hey.
will be on content.
Hey, G, baby.
I knew there's a reason I'm going to bring it up.
Baby is your daddy.
Big controversy.
Okay,
Adekunle
okay.
goal.
Adekunle is in the country.
Okay.
Nyashinsky tweeted and said that he's closing the show.
Yes.
Now, you know, when Nyashinsky came back to the 254, he had that song about now you know, talking
Yes.
about blah, blah, blah. And he can't close the show for...
He talks
like,
about not curtain raising
curtain
for...
raising. Okay,
Yeah.
so here's a question I want to ask, yeah? Is that a win or is that petty? I know he's your boy and he's your friend and he's a cool
Both.
guy, but
Both.
I think it's a conversation.
Nyash, we are not... We love you and you're the
No,
goat.
no,
We're putting that aside.
No, no.
Real
He's
talk.
an amazing
Yes,
artist.
yes.
And I've only met him once or twice. Great focus guy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and what I do like is what I love is the fact that he said he's not going to do it and he's not doing it and he's
Yes.
closing the show. So I'm asking, it's a very simple question: is that a win or is that petty?
I think it's both. Cause, however you look at this, it can't change why Nyashinsky decided he's going to do this. Cause I don't know whether I had this conversation from you, but probably even in Nigeria things could be different. For you to perform, you're given some what can I say? There's some things you need to fulfill. For example,
Okay.
maybe it's a certain number of local artists need to perform.
Okay. Yeah.
This caliber of artists.
I don't know how true that is, but I heard that
something
conversation
similar.
today, yeah.
So, coming back home, we've always known, okay, if this artist is coming from wherever, he's
Yeah.
the biggest act, he's the main act for the night,
Yeah.
he's going to be the last guy performing, and boom, that's it. But I've been at a main concert where the main guy performed and left, and then in came another upcoming artist, and the party even went even
Higher.
to a crazier
Right,
place.
right.
And I don't see anything bad with that.
Right.
The approach could seem a bit rough,
Yeah.
and that petty, for
Yeah.
lack of better word, but it's something that he can do, and I feel like it's okay. Let him do it.
Well, I mean, my opinion is I'm glad that he has his stand and he stood to his stand.
Yeah.
Personally speaking, I wouldn't be bothered. Personally speaking,
Yeah.
whether I'm opening the show or closing the show, simply because you know me, as long as my money's right.
Really?
G, come on.
No,
You've seen the lineup for DJs.
No, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about our
DJs,
lineup.
yeah.
All right.
You wanna tell me first of all,
If you're not
you don't
in the
want to
poster,
get in the middle of the poster, you wanna tell me that?
Wait. Let's talk. So you've seen the playing times.
Yes,
I haven't actually.
I have.
You have?
Yes.
You've seen the playing times out.
So as-
obviously,
What
Grouchy
time
and
is-
I
Grouchy-
have got prime time.
Come on.
What the fuck are you talking about?
G, we've
That's
been at,
exactly what
yes.
we're talking about.
If
No,
you weren't
imagine-
given that, were you offered?
No, they put
you
us
ask-
there.
Did you ask for it?
Listen, they gave me and Grouchy prime time.
Did you ask for it?
I didn't have to. There's a difference.
Okay, let me ask you this. When you're being booked, do you have some things you say to the promoters
Yes.
or to the
No, leave
people
alone even
that
now.
makes
What
you...
if now I decide that, you know what? I wanna play last.
Yes.
I wanna get prime time.
You.
Come on. G, come on. You. Like, share,
Yashinsky,
subscribe.
do it.
Andy's Army.
Do it.
Premier Gang.
Wait.
Lockdown is Andy
Andy
tonight.
gets the prime set.
Frankie, switch them up. Let G play
The proof is in the
2
pudding.
p.m.
Listen. Let me tell you, right? The timings. I don't know. Great. That's
Yeah, this is
fair
a good
point,
conversation,
Right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
timings for the DJ sets are out right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, when you look at that lineup, can I make a fact?
Yeah.
This is a fact. No DJ on that lineup has played more concerts than me.
Word.
That's
And
a
nobody's...
fact.
That is
That's undeniable.
cemented, yeah.
Right? I have not played the concerts for a while. And the last concert I played was Coffee. What did I do there? I fucked it up.
Mashed
You
it up.
shelled it.
It's what I do. So,
Ni kama kawaii.
Said so sadly.
the point I'm trying to
Man,
make,
they say this with
the
a
point I'm
straight
making
face.
is,
Yeah.
I didn't have to fight to get the primetime slot that Grouchy and I got. They've put us there on merit.
So,
Okay, I understand
is there
what
a
you
problem
mean.
if my
There's
approach
a
is
di-
different?
So now if you go to Frankie and you say, I don't want to play
Yes.
at this time, I want to play where G-Man is playing.
Prime.
Is Andy being petty?
So here's the thing. Guess what? You can always say that, right?
But it is what it is.
Because you know what? Guess what? If they put me to play at 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah.
it doesn't affect my wages.
Still the same.
So you'll be okay with that?
Fam, I'm still going to be paid more than you.
Okay, G, let's say in the
And that's
poster,
fine.
you're
And
not
that's
in
fine.
the middle. You are
And
at
that's
the
fine.
end there.
Get all the money.
The money is
It's
still
fine.
the same. You don't mind about that.
Fam, do you know how many events I've done where I've curtain raised?
So you're
You're okay.
I'm okay, but here's the curveball. Grouchy and I are playing like a set together, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Cute.
It's cute. I'm not going to deny Grouchy the opportunity to come and fuck up that dance the way he's gonna mash it up.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't agree on this occasion.
But in other occasions, yeah. So I believe this is like goat talk, or this is like goat.
No, it's not.
status.
It's not goat talk. I'm not the
'Cause
goat. I'm not the goat. But
Okay, it's fine. G.
But
G
and
is-
I know you. This is a great conversation.
That's what I want to
Because-
take it somewhere else.
No. Let me, because you've started. Let me finish. Right.
I like it.
This is a great conversation.
Yeah.
And this is where people get called arrogant
Yeah.
and full of shit.
Yeah.
And all of these things, right? But the fact of the matter is, if you analyze, and I'm not, at no point would I turn around and say that I'm the best DJ on that lineup. Yeah? I wouldn't say that. Because I've always said that technically I am not the best DJ. You know? But I will say to you that if you look at my track record and you look at what I've done and you look at what I've accomplished, I'm not in that position there by accident. And I'll say this, and I'm saying this, and you might say that this is arrogant. Let's talk about radio. Apart from Minor Kigeni, there is nobody who has lasted as long as I have in this market at one station.
Yeah.
You get me?
Facts.
Numbers are still good.
Facts.
It's not an accident. And I'm not going to throw it in nobody's face. It is what it is. And it could let go. It is what it is.
But when we are saying all this, I feel as if it might be, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it might be something within us creatives or within us as artists that, yes, we know what we do, but we also don't want what we do to be interfered by some elements.
Right.
E.g., for myself, even as being the MC, they asked me, do you want to MC with someone else?
And you said no. Oh,
I did say no, but I had to at least let it go to someone else so that we can both have separation of time between afternoon and nighttime.
I would have said no.
Yes, I understand that, G. And just like the way Nyashinsky would say, fam, I believe in myself and I know my talent and I know the vibes I bring, so I don't want to go in front of any other artist. I'd rather close it because I know what I'm about to bring.
Let me tell you, having worked in concerts for a very long time, even before being in this market, right? I know closing the show for an artist is a big deal. Like, I know artists who like in the heights of the Bounty Beanie, all of them, Cartel, all of this, guys be like, you know what? I have to close the show. And I've seen guys who have gone to close the show, and like you said, I've seen guys who have gone to close the show, who are lesser acts, who have killed it. But I've also seen guys, let me give you an example. Romain Virgo. There's a show called Rebel Salute in Jamaica. It's Tony Rebel's concert.
It's an annual event.
As Romain Virgo was climbing the ladder, there's a time that he went onto that concert as everyone is like, Romain's supposed to be at 4 o'clock. They're pushing him back. They're pushing him back till he ends up like being second to last. Whatever. The performance that guy gave, everybody walked away saying, yo, Romain Virgo killed that show.
Yeah.
And he was amongst considerably quoted bigger artists.
Yeah.
So my thing is, at the end of the day, like, I know for a fact that Nash is gonna kill the show.
Yeah.
Because he's got the material to do it.
Sure.
And I'm trying to say, so at the end of the day, it's not one of those things that is too deep. But I say at the end of the day,
deep, yeah.
creatives, there's two things that creatives struggle with. Asking for money is one.
Yeah.
Because most times you undervalue yourself. Creatives struggle with asking for money because when you create from passion, it's like me going in the kitchen to cook and then saying, you guys have to pay me for the meal. Like, I did it because I wanted to do it. So creatives struggle with money, but there's also a thing that I call creative hypocrisy.
Okay.
And creative hypocrisy is me saying to you, I don't care if the mics are open is the number 2 or 3 podcast in Kenya, because it allows me to express myself. Motherfucker, I want it to be number 1. That creative hypocrisy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So end of the day, like, I think we should have a conversation. We should not be frightened, I've not been frightened, to have a conversation about what we consider to be part of the things that we've done.
Yeah.
And at that concert tomorrow,
Shellings. Yo, I'm happy we are back outside. We're doing what we all love, blah blah blah. But damn, it's a crazy time. Like, for me personally, when I think of this festive season and how it's all building up, it's giving me vibes for when we used to, before COVID, 2019 times, when outside is open, we are all eager and yearning to be outside there, but also just be cautious, manze. Just take care of yourself as you're out there, as you go out for concerts, as you hang out with people. We saw what happened at the Travis Scott Astro World concert, where some people unfortunately died and some people were even trampled on. So as you go to concerts, behave yourself, take care of people, be safe, mind the people who are around you, and there's no tickets to give out.
No. but like you said,
Stop tweeting that and posting that on your story.
By the way, that Travis Scott story, it's kind of dark.
It's taken
wings of its own, all sorts of things, and I just wonder why, like, so many artists, it's really funny how, if you look at the publicity and the artwork, and there's so many dark images associated with that.
Yeah, Travis Scott recently dropped 2 new songs, and the whole title of his album and his fan base is rage and dystopia. And when you look at the definition of the word dystopia, it's like destruction, end times kind of vibes, violence and stuff. So for me, not to be that conspiracy guy, but
it's a bit cultish.
Yes, it's a bit cultish. It all ties together. Guys dying. There was an almost 14-year-old boy there, or 10-year-old boy. So it was a big mess that made me think, hey, Damn, is this? Do you think when artists are actually?
I think.
Do you think artists put these
So,
messages in songs intentionally?
I personally think that whole dystopian vibe of Travis Scott, he has created.
Yeah, rage.
Like that rage thing, that thing of destruction. That's not an accident. It's just like, for example, if you think about Young Thug, or you think about just name me any other rapper. Pop Smoke.
Lil Baby, Lil Durk. Yeah.
So you see, if you think about any of those rappers, right? What you know them for is rapping, isn't it?
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
and music and vibes, and this guy's out of the South, this guy's out of wherever. Travis Scott has created an ecosystem, so to speak, of within which a pseudo or a psycho ecosystem within which his fans can tap into. And as you all know, the greatest power of any form of marketing is community.
Yeah.
If you can build a community, it's like Apple. We don't need all the shit that Apple make for us.
Yep.
But they've got us feeling that
Yeah.
we are part of this elite community.
Yep.
So when Apple does a car or
want
a
it.
tag, we want it as well. So he's created this dystopian community for his friends, and then he's fed into it with his stage shows, because apparently his stage shows are crazy lit,
Yeah.
full of this imagery,
Mad.
very
Yeah.
artistic.
Yeah.
But now it's taken another twist. And people are now going to analyze all of those things and be like, okay, it's a very, very interesting. I don't know how he's going to recover from this. I know Drake, like, if you look at Drake, for example, because Drake apparently came on the stage when it's
it was
happening,
brought
right?
out, yeah.
Yeah.
And for the first time in my entire life, it's not the first time, because
Yeah.
I'm a closet Drake fan, but for the first time in a long time, I was in the States and I was like, you know what? I wish Drake wasn't there. Because Drake is the opposite
Of that.
of
the
that
energy
whole
is
energy.
different.
The energy
Yeah.
is so different.
Very
you know?
Yeah.
different, yeah.
So for real. Now, before we wrap up,
Yeah.
I mentioned at the start of the podcast that I had a learning experience while I was away. So let's finish
Let's go.
with that real quick. Why didn't y'all tell me?
What didn't you tell us? What did we hide from you?
I thought we were friends.
What didn't we inform you about, G?
You guys didn't inform me about how indecisive I can be, or I am. And I really had to think about how many times I put off making decisions about things. So what happened on holiday? I didn't get to Jamaica. I packed my suitcase for Jamaica. So in my suitcase, it was bare shorts, t-shirts, and
Yeah, for
vest.
the weather, good weather.
Brother, even to the point where those sneakers I bought, the white ones,
Yeah.
those were just for Jamaica,
Jamaica
bro.
only.
Those were for Jamaica. Like I had outfits for days.
Yeah.
Fam, I didn't go to Jamaica. Why didn't I go to Jamaica? I didn't go to Jamaica because I'd failed to take into account all of the various COVID restrictions in Jamaica, and I'd failed to take into account the impact it was having on the people who I wanted to hang out with in Jamaica.
Okay.
But in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and everything's going to fall into place. And because I had not planned, it didn't fall into place. And I spent 2 days actually really blaming myself and thinking about other areas of my life where I could be more decisive. And yeah, I really think that was a learning. That was the first one. The second one was I booked my flights 2 days before traveling, despite it being on my board since March.
Early this year, bro.
Yeah, since March. I wrote book flights in March. I booked them 2 days or a day before I traveled and all that stuff. I got my second COVID injection on the day that I was, and all of this catalogue of events really led me to doing a lot of introspection in terms of how I conduct myself, especially amongst the people I'm around, and also how I run certain things in my life. So for me, that was a learning curve. I've realized that I need to be a lot more decisive, and if I probably am more decisive, be able to achieve more things in the future.
Okay.
What's the energy with regards to summer bunnies coming to this side of the world in December?
Bro,
If
let
you
them
go
come,
in.
bro.
They're here.
They're coming,
coming.
bro. They are fam.
Welcome you with open arms. Summer bunnies.
I didn't meet. I met many Kenyans, by the way, because I went to Dallas.
Oh,
And
nice.
Dallas is a hotbed of Kenyans.
I saw you with Hen also.
I was
Yo,
with Heno,
yeah.
doing mad laughs,
fully
bro.
focused on all of them,
Yeah.
right? I met the Kenyans also in Atlanta as well. Fam, everyone is coming home because guys have not been home for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the COVID and all.
Everyone is coming home, and the travel process is
Yeah.
not that complicated.
Ah.
It's hard. It's coming into Kenya. All you got to do is do your PCR test, your COVID test and a little form you fill in online, you're done. You're in. So it's not. That's one of we think about how difficult
So
it is.
strenuous,
Nobody
yeah.
asked me for my COVID vaccines. Nobody asked me nobody asked me for anything. Once I got onto that plane,
It was all
nobody
good.
cared about.
We're the ones
anything.
overthinking things.
But we're the ones overthinking. So guys,
Overthinking,
and let them come.
Okay.
Let guys come. Let Nairobi be
You ready?
full.
Never unasema washafika.
Hey, Samabani's there, yeah. They're
Damn.
making reservations.
Already?
Let me ask you this, G. What about the culture, the music? Have things changed? You know, when you travel abroad, different
Wow.
times.
Bro.
Are there-
before
yeah.
we wrap up,
Yeah.
5 minutes, bro. Afro beats
Oh,
has
it's taken
taken
over?
over the fucking globe.
Nice.
Fam, I'm driving in the deep south in Ubers. Bare Afro beats, bro. I call the Uber at 2:00 in the morning. First of all, the Uber pulls up. It stings of weed.
Ooh, man, a skanking.
So
Aroma. Sweet aroma.
So Tariq pulls up.
Tariq.
Tariq's got the seat way back. like that.
Reclining.
So, and the Uber very polite. It's 2
Man's riding low.
o'clock in the morning, right? Tariq is like, "Hey sir, how you doing, Anthony?" Because I've got my name on my yeah. He goes, "Okay, cool. Where we going?" I said, "We're going across town."
Peep the accent.
Man turns on the radio, fam. Dave and Snow Allegra. Law of Attraction. So I'm sitting there quietly and I'm thinking maybe it's just a one.
Yeah, one time.
Boom, mixes into a next tune from Back Row G. And I'm like, so I said,
Yeah,
dude,
yeah.
like, I'm surprised that you're into all of this stuff. He's like, yo, the UK is banging. And he starts to reel off UK acts. I'm thinking that's maybe just a one.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
Damn.
Yeah.
Fam,
It's about time.
Africa, it's our time.
our time.
Radio stations, like not just Wizkid and
Thames.
and Thames.
Yeah.
Ira Star, Ira Star,
Yeah, Ira
Star, Lil J Saz.
Mona Lisa, fam.
Yeah.
They're all in the clubs,
Wow,
That's
that's
true.
amazing
Or
in
in-
America.
it's-
That's amazing.
I heard the red cards are crazy.
fam. In
America.
Atlanta,
Yeah.
where you only hear Future, T.I., Young Baby,
Exaggerating.
bro.
Migos.
It's our time, man. Anyway, listen.
Open mic. Let's finish up. 2 questions. We do open mic. If you're new to the channel, open mic. If you're new to listening to us, this is where you send us questions on social, and then we just get to them and we just try to give you our honest opinion on them. So one of them was someone sent in the price list. You know, there was some planes being sold by the Kenya
Yes.
airport authorities. Can we get a plane?
How much?
If KRA I've not, because I saw some.
Yeah.
There was
They're not
some you
looking.
could reserve for some for as low as 73,000.
Okay, do you know what?
should get a mic so open
I saw
plane.
this. I
Yeah.
actually saw this, and I thought to myself, like something like this, the Somali Air Force plane for 73,000. First of all, you know it's been used a lot. Eh?
Yeah.
Then there's another one here for 187,000. I was thinking, bro, if they had like a big plane, like a jumbo,
Yeah.
fam, to buy it, refurbish it, find a piece of land somewhere, and turn that shit into a restaurant, bro, fam. There's one in Ghana. There's one in Ghana. There's
Don't
a plane
steal those ideas.
that they've turned into a restaurant in Accra,
Free
which I think is
dimes,
dope,
bro.
But also, it's like as an experience, fam. Like you could actually build a dope aviation experience into one of those
Into a
things.
plane, yeah.
And if you're rich like Calligraph Jones,
Who is dropping an album, by the way?
Yes.
You should support him.
you should just buy one.
Yeah.
And put it in your music video.
One time.
One time.
Yeah.
Moving on, the U.S. Congress decided last week that in November, the month of November, will be National Hip Hop History Month. So one of our listeners was like, should we have a month like this to celebrate Kenyan music in Kenya? Should we have a month?
First of all, Diwali needs to be gazetted. Let's start there
You're
before we
feeling
even talk
that one?
about hip
We
hop.
need that
Diwali
holiday.
Fest, Indians, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Bro, they don't
Diwali
want you
Fest
to have.
needs-
They don't want you to have an off
Let me
because
tell
they
you,
want you to
fam,
be working.
I have mad FOMO.
Tell me of one Indian employer who wants
They
you to have
want
a
you
day
to
off.
work.
Wait
They
a
want
minute.
you to work.
Do Indians get day off for Diwali? They don't.
No, we
In school, some of the Indians didn't come to school on Friday. It was Thursday, Friday last week. They didn't come to school. So maybe some of them get
bro,
some.
because it's not been gazetted, bro. So you can't tell your employer, yo, my family needs us
Ninaenda
to go.
Diwali.
Throw colors in the air and just have a good time, bro. They need to gazette that. Then we can talk about hip hop.
Actually,
hip-hop. Genge, we should have
We
a
should
genge.
have a Gengeton month.
Yeah.
Like a December. You know,
Actually,
December is
yeah,
the month.
a whole month.
A whole
Free
month.
gear.
Yes. December
Yeah.
should be
Has
Matiangi.
been
Do the
the
thing.
mics are
Gengeton
open.
month in December. Matiangi, do the thing.
Yeah, even Conscience is coming.
Yeah,
through.
even Shinsia,
And Shinsia.
even
They
Popcorn.
have
They,
passports
should all have
already.
one event like a Pasa Pasa Fest. G. With DJ
Make it
Abdul.
happen.
Has been the mics are open episode.
133.
And by the way, when you see all of these Jamaican artists talking about coming to Kenya, do not tag me.
But that's all, ambassador.
Don't tag me, because if they wanted me to be involved, see, they would have WhatsApped me.
One time.
He's venting.
G's the one.
I mean, those fully and the young.
G Money.
Neville was there. See you guys. You're like crazy.
Oh.